In this video, we're going to go one step further with the quadratic formula. So this problem here can be solved by using the quadratic formula. However, to use the quadratic formula, the equation must be in standard form. Standard form means that the equation must be equal to 0. So we need to get this -5 to go away. So to do that, we're going to use inverse operations, and I'm going to do plus 5 to both sides. That'll be p squared plus 2p, -13 plus 5 is -8, and now it's equal to 0. Remember, standard form looks like this. It's equal to 0, and the exponents are sorted from high to low. So we have an exponent of 2, we have an exponent of 1, and we have no exponent. So in this problem, even though the variable is p instead of x, it's in standard form now. So for this one, a is going to be 1, b is going to be 2, and c is going to be -8. Now we write the quadratic formula, x equals -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Remember, that formula will be given to you. You do not have to memorize that formula. Now let's plug in what we know. -2 plus or minus 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times -8 all over 2. -2 plus or minus 2 squared is 4. 4 times 8 times 1 is 32, and there's two negatives here, so it'll be plus 32 all over 2. The square root of 32 plus 4 is 36, and the square root of 36 is 6. Remember, once you get to this step, you'll have to explore both possible answers, plus or minus. Let's write it out that maybe this is the positive option. -2 plus 6 is 4. And 4 over 2 is equal to 2, so this answer is 2. Maybe that is a minus sign. That would be -2 minus 6 over 2, which is -8 over 2, which is -4. So really all that's changed in this problem is that we have to start by getting it in standard form. This example, same thing. It's not in standard form, so we need to get this to be equal to 0. So let's do -5x. Remember, you can move anything around in an equation that you want, as long as you use inverse operations when you're moving across the equal sign. So this equation is equal to 6x squared. 22 minus 5 is 17x, plus 12 is equal to 0. This is in standard form now. A is equal to 6, B is equal to 17, C is equal to 12. Now let's plug everything in. X equals -b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. This is going to be -17 plus or minus 17 squared minus 4 times 6 times 12. All over 2 times 6, which is 12. This is going to be -17 plus or minus 17 squared is 289. 4 times 6 is 24, and 24 times 12 is 288. Well, that works out nicely, because 289 minus 288 is 1. So this will be -17 plus or minus the square root of 1 all over 12. The square root of 1 is 1, so -17 plus or minus 1 all over 12. Let's split it into our two possibilities here. Maybe it's -17 plus 1, which is -16 over 12. And maybe it's -17 minus 1, which is -18 over 12. Let's simplify both of these. -16 over 12 would be -4 over 3. And -18 over 12 These both were divisible by 4, but 18 is not divisible by 4. You can divide both of them by 2 and get negative 9 over 6. Oh, I guess I could have divided by something more because these are both divisible by 3 now. So negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So our two answers here are negative 4/3 and negative 3/2. Just checking the question to see if they want it as a fraction or a decimal. This question didn't say, so we want to keep it as a fraction if possible. That's all today. Thank you for watching.